It's your boy Chucky J from Imperfect Geniuses. That's right, giving you a review. Not necessarily a review, more of like a reaction, kind of, I want to say, to the final trailer that we have for Daniel Rand, aka Ironfist, coming to Marvel's Netflix. Oh my God, I cannot wait. I really cannot wait. First off, just to give you guys a heads up, we've been, we known that, Marvel, Netflix has been attempting to do like their own variation of the Avengers. Okay, so basically we're getting like, how we have all of them coming together with Iron Man, Thor, Captain America. They have actually created their own universe on Marvel Netflix with Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Luke Cage, and now Danny Rand, aka Iron Fist, all to make what is known as the Defenders. We're probably going to get a Punisher in there as well. They are working on that. They haven't actually included him in the Defenders, but I think he's going to make an appearance in the actual movie itself when Netflix does put it out. We have no real clear idea as to what, the actual Defenders movie is going to be about, like who's the big bad. I believe it's going to be the Hand, if anything, but we don't know. We'll get a little bit more into that. But anyway, back to what we see. The trailer for Iron Fist. I'm so excited for this. I know me and some of the fellas, Mr. Showtime and Infrared, definitely are excited about this as well. Was a little bit skeptical, I have to say. I was very skeptical about Marvel and Netflix doing an Iron Fist. More so, I think I was more skeptical because I knew that, they proved themselves with Daredevil. Perfect. And Luke Cage was phenomenal. Jessica Jones was good. I think a couple of those episodes could have been left off, but we did get the Purple Man, and that was an awesome villain. So, I think they gave us just what we needed with the Jessica Jones, the movie, Netflix. Just as always, Marvel is always on point with their casting. But the problem I had at first with Netflix and casting Iron Fist is that the gentleman that they cast, which was, I believe his name is, and let me just kind of give you a heads up, Finn Jones. I'm sorry it's taking so long, but I didn't see him as a martial artist. I'm like, I know he's part of, a few shows, I believe, but we all have been kind of raising our eyebrow at this casting. Like I said, Marvel, they have this unique ability to grab the right people for the part, even if we believe that they're not, and it just kind of didn't strike me. We all wanted this one particular person. Like, first off, I'm a martial artist. I've done martial arts, have done martial arts in the past, still keep up with a lot of overseas martial arts. So we talking about people like Tony Jaa, Donnie Yen, of course, Jackie Chan, a great abundance of other people, Marco Zaror. There's one individual who caught my eye a very long time ago, and he has been like an action star. He's had a slew of movies since his appearance on the scene in Undisputed 2. His name is Scott Adkins. If you guys don't know who he is, look him up. Guy is phenomenal. Probably one of the best martial artists on screen you're going to get today. He can do it all. And I know a lot of people were hoping that he would become Batman when they were searching for the Batman before Ben Affleck. But me and Infrared, we kind of said the same thing. It's like he has the ability to do Batman, but his style of fighting is a little bit more flashy. So Batman is not like a flashy martial artist. He's just kind of a get it done. Scott Adkins' martial art is more of a flashiness to it. The flamboyant kicks. He's Taekwondo mostly, flamboyant kicks. And like I said, you have to go and actually look at his video footage and his sizzle reels to see what he's capable of doing. But that's who we wanted to actually play Iron Fist, and we didn't get that. So it was kind of like one of them things where we were just like, oh, well, who the hell are they going to get? And then they pop up with Finn Jones, and we like, oh, man, this guy doesn't even look it, and blah, blah, blah. But now with this trailer that just came out, we get that opportunity to see him in action a little bit, and I have to say, he looks good. For a person that's supposed to play the living weapon himself, Iron Fist, he looks phenomenal in doing some of the moves. I don't know if they did any doubling or if it's just they're going to keep it minimal, or if he really did like a Keanu Reeves type scenario where he ended up learning, like, they call it movie martial arts. It's not necessarily like a martial arts that can really be used on the street, but it's good enough to show on screen, give you that effect of, he's gonna be doing the punching, you know, the kicking, the flips, and everything else. So I hope it turns out good. It looks like they're going with the origin story, which we know is basically when Daniel Rand gets dropped off, or sorry, not dropped off, but when he actually gets abandoned in Kulan, and he actually gets taken in by the masters from Kulan, and it ends up training for vengeance because of the guy that actually left him and his mother to die when his father decided to go on this venture to find a Kulan again. But as far as we know, you know what I'm saying, we just get glimpses. That seems to going to be played in flashbacks. I highly doubt they're going to actually do the whole, I don't know if they're going to actually try to go about the entire, like, let's do the origin. They may do that. I know Marvel is trying to get away from origins. I know they had to do it with Doctor Strange, but that was a very special scenario. But it seems like they kind of taken care of like Spider-Man's origin for Homecoming is getting ready to come out, as he's actually gonna just, you know, be Spider-Man. We already seen him in Civil War, so we know who he is. So it looks like they're going away with origin stories, but this looks like more flashbacks just from some of the scenes we've seen from the trailer. It looks like it's going to have a nice cast round out. You know what I'm saying? Rosario Dawson, of course, is coming back. Love her. They also have the, I forgot her name, that's going to be in it. She is going to be somewhat like, I think, oh my God, what is her name? I cannot remember it right off the hand. It's like she's going to kind of be like Iron Fist or Danny Rand's like kind of partner. She knows about you know, him and his abilities and what he's trying to do. Actually, it's just the same thing, that it's gonna be where he's coming back to try to get his company back after being in Kulan for so long, you know, and the company falling into like his father's nemesis. So that in itself is kind of where me and Infrared believe that people are gonna mistake this as a kind of clone of Arrow. If you guys have been paying attention to Arrow, it's the same thing. So yeah, it may be one of those you know, norms themselves would think of that, but we know better. The stories are very similar. In fact, even in the comics now, the Green Arrow comic has actually taken this turn into being like something kind of like Iron Fist. So they kind of almost have that, but we know that the story for Iron Fist is a little bit more, it's going to be a little bit more fleshed out than that. It's not just going to be like, oh, he was stranded on the island and he had to learn everything himself. It's completely different. Not to mention the aspect of having the Iron Fist, which we know is a focus point of all his chi, into like one concussive destructive force. So it's going to be interesting to see how the episodes come out. I mean, this will be, I want to say, the first time that they've actually kind of crossed the barrier into doing something a little bit more on the power level. Because even though we had Luke Cage and he did, like, you know, a lot of his punching and the bulletproof thing, it was easy to sell. Even Jessica Jones, she didn't really sell super strength like Fly or anything. They just kind of had her, you know, show her strength a little bit, jump a little bit high like that. We know Daredevil's abilities don't necessarily need to have like any extravagant CGI. So this will be the first time Netflix is like actually, or Marvel and Netflix are using a character that has special abilities, and they're gonna have to broadcast that. Colleen Wing, that's what her name, Colleen Wing. Jessica Henwick is playing her. So that's gonna be Iron Fist's like person, buddy, whatever. That's gonna actually help him out. I don't know who the enemy is just yet. They haven't really talked about it as much. Besides, I would say besides David Wyndham, who will be in the role, I guess he's probably going to be playing Hincham, who is the individual that was partners with Danny Rand's father, but also was the one that left him to die so he could run the company. I'm guessing that's who's going to be the actual focal point of villain like that. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, Sigourney Weaver's supposed to be in this. I may be jumping ahead. I don't know. I may be saying something completely different. You know what? Take that back. It may not be Sigourney Weaver. I may be jumping the gun about something. But anyway, it goes. We're gonna get Iron Fist, which then is gonna lead into, I believe, the Defenders, and then we're gonna circle back around for Daredevil season 3, or maybe Luke Cage season 2. So see one of those. But I'm excited. I hope you know, Netflix hasn't let us down yet. Each incarnation of the characters that we like, you know, the Marvel Knights characters that we call them, they have been present on here and they've been awesome. So they haven't let us down. Daredevil's kicked it off and they just kept going with this theme, especially with Luke Cage. That was a phenomenal Netflix series. So this is your boy Chucky J, 1/3 of the Imperfect Geniuses. Shout out to Mr. Showtime and Infrared. Yo, we'll check it out. Check you guys back. We're going to do reviews on each episode of Iron Fist when it debuts. So stay locked right here, Imperfect Geniuses. Let's go.